Hey Crafted Shutter watchers, glad you're with me on another episode. Today I'm going to talk about gear versus vision, okay? And the reason why I say this is because I see a lot of people that spend a lot of money on gear. I myself love to watch reviews on YouTube and like to see the technical side of things. I love to get me a new camera. But this is all really dwarfed down unless you have a vision in which to use the gear for. So, right now I'm shooting on a full frame camera. This was a 1-inch sensor camera, so much smaller sensor wise, but this thing shoots really good, 240 frames a second, has a great zoom on it and a great built-in ND filter. So when I go to the beach or when I have a vision of some great slow motion, I'm grabbing this because I don't need shallow depth of field on the slow motion most of the time. And this one's weather sealed, so I don't have to worry about it as much. So your gear should play along with your vision. The problem is we buy a new camera because we think about the specs on the camera. We're like, oh man, if I could only have that camera, man, would my life be much better. But the reality of it is your life isn't going to be any better on the income side unless you have a vision to match what you're going to use your gear for. So I say this, have the vision before you need the gear. So keep pushing the boundaries. I mean, you can take your iPhone, okay, or your Pixel phone, or your Android, whatever phone you're using. If it's within the last 3 to 5 year phone, it shoots really good 1080p video. You could take your phone and really work hard to get stabilized, high quality footage with your phone and start earning money with your phone, okay? And that will teach you that when you do get a camera that you can interchange the lenses, get some better depth of field, use some more effects, that you just step right up. I made a video on what lens is best, and I read through my comments and I try to respond to everyone that responds. And I started with a 50-1.8. And most of the time that was manual focus on a Canon 5D Mark II. It was one of my first cameras that I used to shoot manual with on for video, for stock. And that lens at a 1.8, I mean the depth of field is fairly shallow on a full frame, so I had to learn how to focus it correctly and nail my focus and get my shots. And a lot of people say, well, that's a tough lens to start with. Well, exactly. But that gave me a discipline, it gave me a skill set early on where I had a fast prime and I just zoomed with my feet and got the shots that I wanted, and I shot with that lens for well over 6 months. And some of my best-selling clips are from that time period with that one little cheap $250 50-1.8 lens, okay? So, you have to learn and work with your skill sets and have a vision of how you want to use it and challenge yourself for that vision. Because it was really the content that I shot with the lens that actually ended up making the difference. A lot of us, we forget like the 10-20% rule. And what I mean by that is, I'm a full believer in buying the best gear and glass you can. Absolutely, there's no reason not to, okay? But when you get up to the higher end, your clients out there in the real world, they won't be able to tell a difference from your $800 lens or your $1,200 lens. 99.9% of the time, your clients won't know the difference. They will see if it's properly exposed, they will see if you had a vision when you shot it, they will see how you framed it, they will see how you balance the colors, and all that working together will make you a success. But they're not gonna chase you around and look at your lens and your gear. In fact, in the last 10 years that I've been on my own, I've never had anyone question my gear. And I've shot a lot of projects with my Olympus EM1, with smaller cameras, as well as full frame, as well as regular video cameras. I've never had anyone question. They just want to see the end product. So make sure that your vision is in place and actually ahead of your gear choices. Okay, now I love gear reviews and I link all my affiliate links below. Yeah, I want you to buy gear, absolutely. But that's not the most important piece of the puzzle, because you're gonna miss the most important piece, and that is you. That's right here. That's right here. what's processing and what you want your audience to see. What's your vision? So whatever camera you have, make your vision first and your gear second, and I guarantee you're going to raise not only your stock videos to another level, but your video production and photos in general to another level. Hey, I hope you found this useful. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Use my affiliate links if you would like to. Any way you support me is muchly appreciated, and we will see you in the next video.